So a lot of tech trends to talk about, and to do just that, I have with me in the studio Jens Lamprecht. He is the founder of the Berlin startup Gestalt Robotics, and he's also a lecturer at Berlin's Technical University. Welcome to DW, Jens. All of our gadgets collecting data all the time. Is that a viable scenario? And if so, how much does data security need to increase to make it safe?
So maybe first of all, collecting data is not only about knowing the customer and building better offerings for the customer. The important thing about data is also that data is empowering the algorithms and the machine learning, and that means the artificial intelligence of the future. Because the technology that we have right now in artificial intelligence is mainly based on data, and that means that if you have the most and the best data, you would have the better algorithms in the future. So this is deeply motivated by artificial intelligence also collecting the data.
Okay, but data security is becoming an even bigger issue then, isn't it?
For sure, yes. And in my opinion, everybody, the consumers, should be aware of this fact. Especially in the internet, there is no service for free. If we are using search engines, for example, we are providing data. So on the first glance, it may be a free service for us, but in the second or in the third glance, this empowers these kind of companies in the internet to make their algorithms better and better, and we're giving free information to them and help them doing this.
Now, you mentioned artificial intelligence already. How is AI impacting our lives nowadays already?
So AI is not a pretty new thing, and AI is not about a revolution, so it's an evolution. We have artificial intelligence and robots, for example, in the industry since decades. What is new is that these kind of robots are getting more flexible, and that means that they can also be used in domestic scenarios, for example. So we're at a point where robots, for example, begin to understand their environment and don't need to rely on fixed environments like we have it in the industries. But we're still on the very beginning of these technological trends.
And briefly, what can we brace ourselves for when it comes to AI in the next years?
So, of course, there will be more domestic applications besides to lawnmowers and vacuum cleaners. We don't need to wait for the all-purpose robot in our home environments. So this won't be the case in the next decades, but there will be more specific tasks that will be automated and where we can support the consumers at home with flexible and intelligent robotics.
Jens Lamprecht, thank you so much for your insight and for your visit to DW.
Thanks for having me.